can smell you.
Hello, my friend.
I can smell the fear.
Smell the fear in what?
Dead Space. I can smell your fear because you're playing Dead Space.
The fear do be real, but I don't know.
But is the fear dead?
A good question. I don't know.
You know what you tell yourself? I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is a little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear is gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. I like Dune. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna disappoint you so badly. I thought that was a Star
I
Wars
know.
quote.
Deep
Wait.
breaths, TCOM.
Wouldn't
Deep
the,
breaths.
wouldn't be the smell of fear just sweet and piss?
Sweat, you mean?
Yeah, sweat. Sweat spelt with an A, my guy.
I don't know. I've never smelled fear. I'm not a dog. I'm not a
Weren't you in the
Slaaneshi
military?
demon. Yes. You can't smell fear. It's an emotion.
Thanks.
You take two people in the field in military operations and tell me one of them is fearful, one of them is brave. I'm not gonna know who's who. They're both gonna smell like sweat, shit, and other bodily fluids.
Hey, Bob Trion. How you doing?
That was a hell of a rant to join on, Bob.
Yep. I mean, yesterday they got to join in on me screaming about how a fucking Halo mod had the assholes who made it try to make Keys an incestuous fuck, but like there's a lot there you can unpack. Tired you, exhausted, angry, feeling murderous rage. I'm taking a break next week.
Falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening. Strange. Such a little thing.
If I see you do anything but take a break,
First deferred from her in weeks.
We're 5 minutes
I'll be
out,
very
I still got
disappointed
that
in
thing
you.
on repeat. Guess you really miss her.
I respond with and thusly,
6 months apart with only vid calls.
you are not the only one.
It's rough. Easy to say the wrong thing.
Some animals can smell pheromones
I
that
listen
make
to my
us
girl
feel
over
fear.
here.
Yep.
I need security
yeah,
protocols.
humans can't though.
So you keep saying.
Hey, Aramis.
Nice clean re-entry.
I think I fixed my game. I think I fixed it. I reinstalled it properly onto the main hard drive. And I initiated several stabilizing things in the game.
Some prospecting team set up for life.
But I only did all this after I finished my video today, which
Confirming visual contact with USG Ishimura.
Phoenix will watch later, and we'll get it all figured out and sorted.
Biggest planet cracker in her class.
And then after that,
And it looks like we're already top the court.
everything will be ready for next week.
We should be able to see her running.
Isaac with the full, well-manicured head of hair feels weird to me.
Someone's gotta be
It does. I do like that they've made him look more like an everyman.
Any chances with the
Yeah,
CEO's
well, because
private
he's supposed to be.
No chances, huh?
He's supposed to be just an average engineer.
Before we left.
You check your file access.
God, reading through that Dead Space book, the design of the ship supposed to be a ribcage.
If you want to work with
God,
big business,
that's so fuck.
Sir, we're in hailing range. USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kelly, responding to your distress call. Come in, Ishimura.
I've never put that together.
Ishimura, do you copy.
Oh my god, it
Yeah,
does.
It's supposed to be a spine and a rib cage.
You ever hear
I've never seen it before, but now, yeah, looking at the ship now, yeah, it does.
Someone pick up the damn phone.
God damn it.
I wanted to replay this because of the book I've been reading, and I just like, god damn, I need to see. Hey boss, how goes it? It goes well. Aside from
maybe
uh,
broken encoder.
burnout and
Daniel
exhaustion.
can handle it for 48 hours max.
Hey, that gives you plenty of time to catch up with Nicole.
Yeah, I hope so.
Gives you plenty of time to catch up with your
Take
girlfriend.
Gravity tether engaged.
Ew.
Dock.
Ew,
Girls are icky.
don't you know it's gay to be straight?
Losing control.
Also, I'm pretty sure there's electrical surges like this. Most people would have been dead, but
Override isn't responding.
I was about to say something for the new season of My Hero, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
how did you know? You literally rode in on a rainbow.
If anyone is surprised by this, I will be shocked.
I forgot that Isaac and Carver technically die at the end of the third game before the DLC released.
Eh,
Johnston.
unconfirmed.
Unconfirmed, but the people that worked on the game basically said, if you want them to be dead, they're fucking dead. Because Dead Space 4 isn't
Good
happening.
call on the stabilizer.
Yeah, it's your own headcanon.
Always read the manual.
What the fuck's going on with flight control? That guidance system's a death trap.
I choose to believe that everyone died by the end of 3.
What's our damage?
Comms are down. You lost a port booster. Got a fire in one of the stabilizers and singularity core's a mess. Could be worse, but not by much.
Then let's get some help. Johnston, stay with the Kellyan. We'll send a medic. Everyone else, with me.
Yay, I have a proper bed now in Tarkov. I don't have to sleep on a pallet anymore.
I always assume they all died after how the third one ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, where would they even go if they came out with a fourth one after the ending of 3?
Oh, they actually did talk about that.
Oh.
The idea was a more open world game where you played as Ellie. And it's... Actually, no, they did confirm, because in Dead Space 4 they said that... Because they said if Dead Space 4 happened, Isaac and Carver would be dead. Because it's the aftermath of what happened to the galaxy.
What's the game series I'm thinking of?
Hello?
Was it Lost Space?
Where's everybody?
Probably.
Shit must have heard that landing.
Be proud, Chen.
No.
Gotta see your one piece.
Johnson might disagree. You're off the map first.
Will probably knows because it's from the 90s and early 2000s.
Probably, but
See anyone in flight control?
yeah, no. So the idea they had for number 4 was that you would play as Ellie, jumping from like ship graveyard to ship graveyard, just trying to keep your ship intact.
This is the exact same. This is the same premise of another game. I can't think of its name right now. There's 3 of them in the series. The third one was the worst. Like Dead Space.
May as well
Oh
get
my
signed in.
god.
Wait, wouldn't the Transformers be infected by the Logic Plague if they met the Flood? No. Because we don't really know
We don't-
how the Transformers are... Like, we know they're living metal beings.
Yeah.
But does
they're
that mean, like,
silicon-based life forms. That's
yeah.
all we know about them.
Yeah, we don't know, like, if, because even a smart... Because an AI is... In Halo, a smart AI is a copy of a human's brain, but it's still a computer at the end of the day. And it's always going to choose the most logical solutions out of everybody. Cortana's
Unless you're going
different...
to Rampancy.
Unless you're going into Rampancy. Cortana's different because Cortana is fucking weird. But,
Well, also, she was specially designed for what she did.
yeah, and you gotta remember, the Logic Plague is not actually a sickness. It is a philosophical argument.
Yeah.
Based on logic. And it required informing the AI mendicant bias that everything it knew was a lie. Because to a computer, 1 + 1 = 2, but then the second you take away that logic, the computer has a fucking meltdown. And mendicant bias believed that the Forerunners were the actual inheritors of the galaxy, but then the Gravemind, or the Primordial in this instance, basically tells it, no, they lied to you, and they programmed you based on a lie. And then it's like a slow winding of that corruption.
Yep. If any of you have read The Three Body Problem, it's honestly very similar to what the aliens start doing to our research. Boss, I don't know if you've read Three Body Problem.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, so very basic, brief explanation of the plot of The Three Body
I
Problem.
can't read security.
There's an alien race. Their world is, think of them as Necrons before they became, they're the Necrontier, basically. And they look at Earth because they get a radio message from us, and they're like, oh, there's nothing wrong with this planet. Let's exterminate everybody and move there. But the problem is how long it takes to do that. And so the aliens send basically a supercomputer that starts fucking with all of our research. And so basically, like, 2 + 2 = 5.
Oh, no.
All the computers are going to put out that information. So all of our research, scientific research, just stops. That's... I'm not going to go any further into this story because, number one, it doesn't apply to this, and
That's
number
fair.
two, I don't want to ruin the story.
In some continuity, some Transformers have built-in code. But that's the problem. It depends on the continuity,
Yeah.
right? And it doesn't fix the overall problem, is that it's a logic-based argument, and Transformers, at least by, like, Optimus Prime standards, would argue that's bullshit, and you know it. Because
Work on Soundwave.
it probably would work on Soundwave or Shockwave, but, philosophically, the idea of the logic plague is that the flood is the natural endpoint of all life, and death is the natural endpoint. So life life should just cease to exist.
Which the Gravemind was lying to Mendicant Bias about that too.
Yeah. So like, it doesn't work with most Transformers that don't want to die. It works with the computer because the computer goes, oh, well, if you're from the species that made everybody, then that makes sense.
Well, also, to a computer, shutting off is a binary decision. The easiest decision a computer can make.
Yep.
Where's anybody?
Be on or be off.
There's nothing logged. No duty roster. No power to...
Interestingly, the idea that the Gravemind has is ultimately the idea that some of the expanded universe writers have taken for the Alien franchise as well. That essentially the Xenomorphs and their life cycle is a galactic scale version of like the everything becomes crabs meme, basically. But essentially the idea is that that's what the black goo from Prometheus does. It accelerates evolution, but everything eventually, the eventual endpoint of all evolution when it stops is when it hits the Xenomorph life cycle, basically.
Oh, dude, they have a book on world religions.
Try that security console.
Do you think they're ever gonna introduce the Red Queen into the Alien
No.
series?
Probably not.
No, I haven't watched Earth yet, so I don't know what they've done with that, and I don't want spoilers because I want to watch Earth. But, like,
I haven't watched it either, so don't worry.
By the way, chat, I'm just kind of walking through and just looking at everything. God, look how grimy their fucking coffee machine is.
I've always thought his armor looks somewhat unnecessary.
It,
Try that security
it's
console.
supposed to be. It's supposed to be designed
I know.
Also, do you know how dangerous fucking space is?
extremely.
Yeah. Yes,
a
but,
full
like-
flying through space is enough to kill somebody. Like you got
Yeah.
here with a rail rifle.
Yeah, but again, he has massive gaps in it, so like he's not actually protected against the flying bolt problem or shrapnel problem.
Oh yeah, no, the suit is designed for, like, if you do get sucked out into the vacuum of space, you can survive for maybe 2 minutes. But it's mostly designed for, like, protecting you from heat and, like, electrical stuff. That's it.
It doesn't have any heat sinks. It fails.
It doesn't have any heat sink, so therefore it fails.
Yes.
Also, just the design of it has like unnecessary like bumps and stuff on it, and I'm like, why does it have these things?
Half the Ishimura's in the red. Engines, hull, the trams.
I mean,
You know?
why is him why is he have like
Byproduct
a,
of the industrial process that they never removed.
Maybe.
this? It's supposed to give out the look of cheapness.
Quarantine activated.
I mean, the real reason is because it's supposed to look cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's the and to give Dead Space a unique silhouette similar to the Spartan or the other popular franchises of the time.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, like it's supposed to give them a character who has an identifiable silhouette similar to Master Chief or what's his name from Gears of War?
Marcus Phoenix.
Marcus Phoenix, thank you. Oh no, I can't do anything about all the people I'm with being killed. I will just leave.
Ah! I don't want to get
Speaking
stabbed
of
in the
Halo.
butt.
Speaking of Halo and the Spartans, there's something I need to fucking say. Stop writing Noble Team's dick.
I think I put it best. I think me and Phoenix put it best in my Halo Reach video about Noble Team. You could replace all of them with ODSTs and the plot would not change.
Yeah. Did they have some cool characters? I like George. I like Carter. I really didn't give shit about Noble Six because he had the personality of a cardboard.
Well, he's supposed to be
But-
you.
Yeah, I know. But still, I like at least a little personality. But like even in the expanded books, they only come up once, and that's because June is asked about it.
Yeah,
That's
but
it.
guys, who would want to play a game where you play a group of like people who like jump from orbit and fight aliens?
I present ODST.
I present
No,
you
like-
Helldivers.
I was gonna say like that's
I present to you Halo 3 ODST, probably the most successful Halo game.
and yet they never made a sequel.
It wasn't the most successful.
It was one of them. I was exaggerating.
Yeah. I think I originally loved about Dead Space was the fact that Isaac wasn't a trained soldier, he's just an engineer. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's just a dude. That was the entire design ethos around Isaac. And everybody else for that matter. They're just people. Like literally, that's all there is about him. He's just a guy. He's not special.
Well, until you get to the second game, you have to start fighting UEG.
And even then, it's just like, no, it's because your brain is smart, and you just got a fucking blueprint put into it. You're not special, the marker's special, and it just chose you because you're the only other non-corpse in the area.
And it wants more made.
And it wants more made.
Isaac.
You're a
God,
victim,
Isaac.
and that's all you'll ever be.
Just. They're everywhere.
Depressing.
See ya.
It's a depressing message.
Nothing I can do.
And Emil is just a sociopath. Most of the Spartans are sociopaths.
Some of them were wearing Ishimura.
They all are.
They're the crew? How the hell
Well,
did they
actually,
do
no.
that?
They have
Look at them.
they have sociopathic tendencies. They're not sociopaths.
We can't.
If they were sociopaths, they would not be able to work
Everything's
together
locked
as
down
a
because
team.
of the quarantine.
And you're both repair
And
techs. So how do we do
Emil's not a sociopath because he does demonstrate emotion and feelings towards
There's a broken tram car blocking the tunnel. It's
he does
blocked
express
57.
feelings and
And the data
emotion.
board's burned out.
He's just
I
a
can't
really
let the
angry
lockdown
orphan.
recall the tram
Yeah, he's
until
just a
we get
really
safe
angry
from the
orphan.
maintenance bay. But it's all on Isaac's side of the quarantine.
Because like he does get sad over George. It's just that as a person he gets sad in his own way.
Isaac?
Yeah?
Well, also,
Who
they're
do
in the
you think
middle.
it is?
They're in the middle of a war for the planet. There is no time to like think about George's death right now.
Find somewhere safe. I'll be back soon.
Do that later.
I've always wondered in video games, like, who is it that like goes around like the environment, like, you know, leaving all of the leaving all of the video the video logs and the audio files that you find.
In this instance, they actually do. In this instance, like, that was actually, again, reading that Dead Space book. The reason why they, as the developers put it, it was hilarious that like somebody had the time to write something down before they got stabbed in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
That was always something very funny to the developers. And they're like, okay, but how would this actually be in real life? Oh, it's text messages. It's phone calls that were recorded by the company, that kind of thing.
Bob Trion, that's just the Wrath of Khan. That's Khan's entire motivation.
Security clearance required.
Wasn't there a next generation of Shoshi?
I mean, well, it is for now until we get the Khan series that they're doing.
Oh, they're doing they're doing a Khan series.
Well, yeah, it's not a show. It's like, I think, an audio, it's an audio drama written by the guy who wrote Wrath of Khan.
Okay, I'm excited for it then.
Is it basically like when he was trapped on that planet?
Yes, it's what happened on the planet. It's the canonical version of what happened on that planet.
I'm even more excited for it now.
Okay, I'll accept that. I'm like, why would you need to do that?
Like, I accepted Benedict Cumberbatch's Khan because it was actually a decent, interesting storyline. I just wish it was the focus of the movie and not a side story. But with the new generation of Star Trek, they tried doing Khan again, and it doesn't work. The Wrath of Khan is peak for his character.
The novelization of Wrath of Khan is really good as well. If you've ever had a chance to read it, it has a whole load. There's a whole right. It expands on two very, very minor things from the film into much bigger parts of the plot. One of them is the other researchers on the Pegasus station and what they're doing. And it talks about like how a bunch of them are like artists. It's like an artist commune because this is a machine that will create a planet. So you need to have artists there to design what is on that planet.
That makes a weird amount of sense, actually.
It's the Federation as well, so it's like optimistic and all that. Like to the point that they have mocked up maps and like who's the guy that's like Kirk's son? I can't remember his name. David Marcus. Is it David Marcus?
I don't remember.
Like him. He's like talking to like there's like a pair of twins who are like scientists, but they're also like super fucking nerds, and they've been designing maps for like the world that like Genesis will create, and they've been writing things like "Here be dragons" on the maps, and he's like, "Do you mean actual dragons?" And they're like, "We'll talk about it later." Like,
I like that. That's funny.
And the other one is there's a subplot about I forget her name, the other Vulcan that isn't Spock.
His love interest.
It's not. She's not Spock's love interest. She's meant to be like his protege. I can't remember the character's name. And she is essentially mentoring on the ship a young junior crewman who works in engineering, who is like Scotty's nephew.
fuck?
That's no, it's Scotty's nephew, and that's the corpse that he's carrying when he walks out and says like the engines are shot in the film.
Oh, that's
'Cause
so fucked.
Yeah, it's like makes that scene way fucking worse in the movie. It's like, yeah, he's nearly in tears, not just because someone died, but because like a member of his family got killed, and he has to tell his sister about it. Like that's the whole like next thing about like he like made a promise to his sister that the boy would be okay, kind of thing, because that he'd look out for her.
Well,
Yeah.
Oops. Don't make promises you can't keep.
Nope. Also, yes, Wrath of Khan is still like the best Star Trek movie. It's just it's the perfect it's one of the few Star Trek movies I would ever show to someone who has never seen Star Trek.
Yeah, it's
just a
completely
good-
it's completely self-contained, a great story, and as you said, you don't need to have any prior knowledge of Star Trek.
And then you watch number 3, and it pretty much spits in the face of it.
Inventory says there's a
Yeah.
spare board in the main. We can't run the trams without
That's
it.
just every other Star Trek movie.
And then there's a whole bunch of people who really love 4, and I am not one of them. I'm sorry.
I don't.
I do not like what. I do not like the Voyage Home.
I
don't
remember,
think that
I
18
remember
comedy
one
works
is.
anymore.
I only remember 1 and 2. 1 is what does God need with a starship, and then number 2 is the Wrath of Khan. I remember nothing about the rest.
One is not what does God need with a starship. What does God need with a starship is number 5.
Oh,
that's the Final
fuck.
Frontier.
And also, super bad.
1 is essentially we made an audio-visual presentation and called it a Star Trek film. Also, there's the Voyager program.
Voyager.
Sorry, spoilers. But like,
Voyager. It's not Voyager, it's Voyager.
it's the Voyager probe. Which also Star Trek Extended Media has tried to turn into like way more of a fucking thing than it was ever obviously intended to be, because they do the same. They do the exact same thing that Star Wars fans do. This is this one background character who's actually having this amazing, incredible adventure that you don't know about.
He's out to get blue milk.
Nether. No, Savik is Spock's father.
No, that's Sarek. They are right. It's Savik in Wrath of Khan because it's played by Thingy.
Okay. They need
by
fucking. I
Chris
hate.
Haley.
You know how much I hate Vulcan names.
Oh no, it's even worse than that. She's not even. She's his protege because she's like Spock in that she's a half Vulcan, but she's a half Vulcan, half Romulan.
But
that marker be fucking with this body. Oh Jesus!
Should I? Will, would you say it's okay to share the connection between Romulans and Vulcans, or would you consider that a spoiler?
Well, they're basically the same species that's established in their first episode.
Yeah, no, they are the same species.
Yeah, they right. Both governments claim they are not. That's the thing, that they are a divergent species. They're actually just the same, and the whole idea that you can have half Romulan, half Vulcans is supposed to be like a taboo on like both sides, which is kind of interesting. But it's the novelization does interesting stuff with it. Like, she can't bring herself to be like fully vegetarian like a Vulcan would be, because Romulans are like super carnivorous apparently.
Dude,
Like,
I
they
love
really
I
like
love
meat.
steak. I'm not giving it up.
Yeah, basically yes.
That's me. I'll be honest. I'm never gonna go vegetarian. Ever.
I think she like if she has to have like meetings with Spock where like they're eating dinner, she settles for like egg-based dishes as like a compromise.
Yeah, that'd get you your protein.
Yeah. I love that's like one of the things I loved. Genuinely, one of the things I loved in Picard was that there's a radical sect of Vulcans, and the thing that makes them radical is that they believe that you should always tell the truth. and for Romulans, that's considered like an insane cult.
They're insane. What makes them insane? They won't tell me a lie.
They won't lie at all.
I have to say, I rewatched Picard like last month, and I have to say, in this scene where Picard and the other ship captain that survived, Wolf 352, that
359.
scene, that's it, 359. That was such a powerful scene. I was transfixed by it.
And here I am with Lower Decks going Romulan funny because they skulk across the border.
Just him having that breakdown in front of Picard.
Like Lower Decks is also fantastic. Like Lower Decks is genuinely fantastic. They do that. I mean, they do that in like the first episode of DS9 with Cisco. Like Picard calls him to the ready room. He's like, "Do I know you, Commander?" And have we met before? And he's like, "Yes, sir. We met in battle at Wolf 359." And Picard just goes like, "Oh, okay." Awkward.
I'm sorry for like my quietness on this. I just like I'm taking in the game with new eyes and everything, and just like trying to see all the stuff from the remake at least, and how much they tried to keep the what's the word I'm looking for here?
Vibe?
The vibe of a dystopian corporate ship.
Actually, I would, and this is going to be a little controversial to some people, I would classify Dead Space as cyberpunk.
I wouldn't. You know what? With its origins starting out as a what's it called? System Shock. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, cyberpunk in space. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like it fits all the themes of cyberpunk: anti-capitalist, anti-government, dystopian society,
loss of self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Fits in perfectly as that genre.
What was I gonna say? It's interesting that I've not really played the Dead Space games like at all, but I'm watching you go through this, and it's like, it's interesting that they've done it without like, because the fallback for a lot of sci-fi, particularly like anti-corporate, like science fiction, is obviously the Alien franchise, which has that like very has that what you call it, retro future vibe to it. Like especially now, because they'll deliberately, because like the newer stuff has even played with that. That like it's the reason it looks like, you know, the reason it looks like it was made in the 70s and the 80s is not just because the films were made then, but also because like that's a deliberate design choice now to make the ships look that way. You know?
Well, also, when you think about the Alien franchise, those refinery ships are out in space for years, if not decades. So the rest of society becoming more advanced while the crew is completely unaware of those advancements makes complete sense.
Yep.
The setting goes like entirely a different direction with it, which is that like that stuff all that tech is actually super high tech. It's just like the thing people compare it to is like Soviet era, like Soviet era like nuclear tech, or like the stuff that's supposed to survive like a nuclear bomb. It's like super redundant, like over engineered redundancy, designed to last for, you know, like hundreds of years, like without maintenance, because that's cheap to run, basically. But like the RPG talks about this a lot, which is the cassette tapes that they have like for like data storage. Yeah, they're like, it's a cassette tape, but it's like, you know, that cassette tape is like a one a
petabyte.
Like, yeah, it's like 1 petabyte or like 1 exabyte exabyte cassette tape. It's like ridiculously high density storage. It's just that like they make it out of materials to make it which yes is reverse engineering an excuse because you want it to look like it's from the 1970s because that was the aesthetic of the films, or the 1980s.
Oh, I did not.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, Bob Chion, Alien is cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked. Sorry. Playing this game with headphones is a much better experience than just playing it with surround sound. I just heard one of the Necromorphs scream my name.
Oh.
I've seen Alien described as biopunk, essentially, rather than cyberpunk specifically, because it's not, the loss of self is generally not through technology, it's through biology.
Yeah. It is a
profoundly anti-corporate sci-fi, and anti-government sci-fi as well.
I find this funny. Hey guys, how do we save the game? I don't want to do a stupid journal thing. What's that new fad that people are doing? Oh, they're taking what's it called? Selfies. Let's do that. Memo cam on the wall. Bestest idea, they scream.
I will also say that also again like Aliens and stuff like that does have the problem of like some of the expanded materials doing the what I will refer to as the Boba Fettication of certain aspects. Aliens, the worst one for it is the Colonial Marines. All these Colonial Marine books where the Colonial Marines are these like these badasses. Colonial Marines in the films panic immediately and are wiped out within the first 20 minutes, basically, except for 4 of them.
And even in the new game, which I should probably play that. I have it. I should play it. How did your guys survive? Oh, literally, I was in my room. And then all I heard was screaming, and then I walked outside and everyone was dead.
But then you have like,
amazing strategy game. It's great.
But then you have like any of the games where like you play as like Colonial Marines normally, and it's like, yeah, we're actually, it's the "we are the ultimate badasses" speech, which clearly in the film is him just talking bullshit.
He's gassing his men up.
Yeah.
We stick to procedure. We'll get through this.
It's also because at the time that was originally a Hicks speech, but they'd had to fire the previous actor who was playing Hicks, and Michael Biehn was not on set yet. It's also why he's asleep in the dropship apparently.
Oh.
The Colonial Marine books, I read those way too young because there is a lot of graphic sex in those.
Remember, chat, a lot of books back in the day were just fan fiction.
I mean, according to Ridley Scott, every single member of the Nostromo crew had slept with every other member. That's canon, apparently.
Yeah. No,
They had
that kind
orgies?
What?
They had
No,
orgies?
they apparently were. Apparently they would just like partner swap. Like they would just hook up. Apparently, Sigourney Weaver and the woman who played the other female crew member, they came up with the headcanon that they had only recently split up, and she got with Ash, which is why she's like particularly aggressive towards Ripley. Yeah.
No,
They're all meant to be having.
Everyone fucking
they're all-
everyone on a ship makes complete sense. It's what
Yeah,
actually
they're all
happens.
meant to do. They're basically all meant to have been having sex with each other. James Cameron wasn't interested in that when he did Aliens. He just wanted to do more sci-fi soldiers.
Like the time two Air Force women started a prostitution ring and came back home from that deployment with $400,000 each.
What?
Marines will pay anything for sex when you're on deployment.
I think Full Metal Jacket taught me that one, but like, what?
Yeah, no, there was a base in Iraq, I forget which base it was, but they had the Marines and Air Force in different barracks. And two of the Air Force women decided, you know what? I want to come back from this deployment with a lot of money. And yeah.
How do you have glowing eyes? Jesus.
Because he's supposed to be scary. Scary Terry, didn't you know?
I've been thinking about the super redundant retro tech idea when considering Tekken 40K, where it has to work for so long. That's the thing, though. A lot of the technology in 40K doesn't work for very long.
And if it does, it wasn't designed to.
Like the humble
Tekken
last
40K,
gun.
I was gonna say the Tekken 40K is basically just survivor's bias.
It's survivor's bias and a lot of duct tape.
Yeah, it's the plane meme, basically.
Yeah.
Your leg's fucked. I think you're gonna die. Sorry, lady.
But she hosts comedy night every Thursday.
Well, insert her death as a joke here.
You think death can stop comedy?
Quick, pan round, see his face.
Is that good?
Haley, I need you to listen. The Ishimura's overrun with... They're fucking monsters. You didn't hear anything?
What? No, the comms are still out. Isaac...
We need the Killian fixed now. Got a damage report?
Yeah, it's there.
He has such a baby face.
He's got such a baby face. Should have been with
He
you.
does!
Yeah. Girl, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you were in that room with them with your broken leg, Ched might still be alive, and you might have been the Canadian bacon joke of the black person always dies first in horror.
Oh.
Yeah, by the way, for those that don't know, there's a movie called Canadian Bacon. Very funny movie. But they make a joke in that movie when, the plot of the movie, by the way, is like, what if, Canada and America actually went to war? But, it's not actually they go to war, it's just the America needs another Cold War to justify its military spending. So they make up like this whole thing about going to war with Canada. And a bunch of fucking hillbillies near Ontario basically just try to... Like, the main character's wife goes to like cause problems in Canada because she's just like that much of a fucking redneck. And the main character and his two buds go up north. And they have like a campfire set up and everything. And it's like, I shouldn't be out here, man. What do you mean? I know these situations, whether it be action movies or horror movies, the black guy always dies first. And it's just like...
They've actually done research on that, and it's not true. Like, at all.
All the primary systems are locked down with the captain's codes.
Lies.
The black guy not surviving is generally true, but apparently the black guy almost never dies first. They usually kill a white person first to allegedly to get to try to get sympathy.
Wasn't it mostly like the people who are trying to have sex die first?
If you no, that's from Scream. It's if you have sex in a horror movie, you will die.
find the captain's body and get his rig.
Um,
With his codes, we
Still, the fucking funniest joke in Cabin in the Woods was, "Oh yeah, no, the Virgin has
I
to."
love the bit where Chris Hemsworth was like, "Okay, we need to look around it. We need to look around this building. So obviously, we're all gonna stay together and move as a group."
Oh, we
They
can't
to
have
pump the
that.
drug- They have to pump the drugs into the room to make him stupider. It's like,
Again, I will always laugh where it's like, "Oh yeah, in a horror movie, this would make sense," and then they just reveal like, "Nah, they got a shield generator around the fucking place." So the guy doing like the Daredevil stunt off the cliff. He doesn't escape. He just hits the shield wall and burns up.
yep. It's okay. They don't need to make the good horror movie. The Japanese will cover it. It's fine. They always deliver.
Oh no!
Cut to the fucking the Japanese team, and they're basically doing Ring or The Grudge.
Hey guys, have I triggered the weirdos yet? Have I triggered the weirdos yet? We got a unisex shower and bathroom. Have I triggered them yet? Now they're probably still freaking out over playing a Sister of Battle and Bolt Gun 2.
So I was looking at that, and I was just like, okay, so it's for men, women, and people who have gravity distortions.
Oh yeah, dude, we got to make sure the rights of those who suffer gravity distortions are being met.
Yeah. It's not bad. You've seen the thing like in Aliens, what the symbol is for gravity has gone off, right?
Yeah.
It's a little stick man that's upside down. That's their warning sign. There's like a whole series of them that were designed that they did like actual like industrial industrial warning sign design, like for the graphic design for like the entire franchise. They get reused in Romulus and in Alien Earth apparently as well, because they were in the original Alien.
Give me my level 5 suit. Dead Space, more like Dad Space, am I right? Oh, you're so clever!
I was gonna say also at this point I think I've read like 3 different versions of Alien 3 and all of them are better than the film.
Well, it's a movie no one wanted to make, so...
One of them, that looks sweet.
Do you remember what the plot of the potential 4th movie was going to be?
Is this it? Right? Which one was this spinning off from? Because there was the original script treatment that was done for 3, which was the guy that wrote early cyberpunk stuff. Can't remember his name. William Gibson. The William Gibson script was that it was basically going to be about the space America and space Soviet Union having to come together to fight aliens.
So
that was
there was a second idea for the 4th movie that was almost immediately scrapped. That would have had Ripley become the Queen Mother of the alien species.
Like, Sigourney Weaver didn't even want to come back for the 3rd one. And she wasn't meant to. They wrote... That's why the William Gibson script existed, which is they wrote a version of the script that didn't focus on her as the main character. She isn't in the 3rd... She wouldn't have been in the 3rd film because they had this original idea, which is that the protagonist of each subsequent film isn't Ripley, it's just a survivor from the previous film. That was going to be like the way they wanted to like bond the franchise, where it would just basically keep going forward.
And then they just fucking killed off Newt.
Yeah. Well, like they weren't originally they weren't supposed to die. They were just supposed to stay in stasis.
Yeah.
And Hicks was actually meant to be the main character of the 3rd film originally.
But no, they had to
And
kill
it was
off the
good.
X and fucking knew.
And it was going to be set on a space station and would have had space Russians. It was basically going to be set on like a trading space station, essentially near the space Russian border, like within like radio range of like a Russian space station on the other side, who were also doing experiments on aliens. Because Russians.
Because we're Russians.
Well, because space communism. Like,
Also, Phoenix looked over my analytics last night. Apparently, I had viewers from Russia. Would you like to guess what those viewers were?
bots.
Bots. And she's like, that's not, like, you shouldn't be, like, groaning because you got viewers from Russia. I'm like, I'm groaning because it was bots. And they're like, uh-oh. I'm like, yeah.
I mean, did the robots enjoy your content?
I don't know. They can't emote.
Yet.
God, I hope they can never
No,
emote.
no.
I can't deal
No,
with that.
TCOM, they're from Russia. No, TCOM, they're from Russia. It's yet. Not yet.
Has this been a psyop the entire time? My entire admin has been nothing but Russians.
We can't talk about that, comrade.
Comrade, what is your social security number?
Yeah, I think I'm the only person in this call who actually was alive when the Soviet Union was a thing.
No, I
TCOM?
was born right after. Right after.
Yeah, because that's what I mean. It wasn't a thing when you were alive. I like very vaguely remember the Berlin Wall falling on television when I was quite young. I remember my dad watching it, watching all the news stuff about it.
I can only say slurs in Russian. Quick, tell a joke in binary. Look at my Dawn of War video, or any video where I had a tech priest and there was binary on screen. That was the joke. Oh, I'm sorry. You were telling me stuff about stuff. Fat loaded good that gun, did you?
Give the women a
01101100001.
Two.
I can't lift her off with a hand. Problem solved!
Hand off?
I got the entire body off.
The monsters did that. It totally wasn't me.
Oh no! A tragedy! A security officer was totally ripped apart. Just walk away, walk away, walk away.
I think you just yeeted a corpse across the room as well.
Probably.
We were attacked. She ran the other way.
No, nothing. Medical's a slaughterhouse.
Need help?
Dedicated access to the morgue.
Simply pick up the closest security phone, and the Ishimura security team will be there for you.
Might blow it open. Just need a detonator, like maybe a shock pad.
I don't think anyone's coming.
Isaac, the one who attacked us.
Oh no, I've seen porn of
I
this.
swear to God it was
Someone is.
But I saw him die.
I hate the fact that necromorph porn exists.
If they barricaded the morgue, maybe it was to keep something in.
And the internet is really horny for alien queens for some reason right now. I don't know why.
Yep.
I mean, if evidence is proven right about, if evidence is given about the fucking Tyranid, Rule 34, we have run out. You know what, chat? Even in the far future, learn how to write. Because
again,
that handwriting is atrocious.
I mean,
should know.
the Thicter model exists, so.
Sorry, we are full. Oh no.
What do you mean full? I don't see anybody in there. In fact, they're all dead.
Yeah, it's some bullshit. I want my medical care now. To shreds, you say? Well, how's my girlfriend holding up? To shreds, you say?
Shreds, you say? Good news, everyone.
Isaac is single.
Isaac's back on the market, baby.
And the government's looking. My back hurts.
Oh,
If a war breaks out, just blow this whistle and I'll come help. By the way, they confirmed that the first hallucination that you see in this game is back when you were first trying to get the trams working, when the lights go out. That was the first hallucination.
Oh.
So, like, as soon as you stepped on board, you were fucked. Counseling services.
You know how dedicated you have to be to smash a plate glass window and your skull?
Pretty fucked.
Yeah, you have to be pretty goddamn dedicated.
We need more people here. Marker scribblings. I do like that if you actually get the marker alphabet out, you can translate everything in the game.
Nice. I appreciate when games do stuff like that. It's cool.
Like Arabesh.
Star Wars alphabet is funny.
I also love how English still exists in Star Wars.
Well, yeah, it's the universal language.
Yeah, it's basic.
According to.
That's what it's called in the Star Wars universe, is basic.
Are you real?
But it doesn't. We do have the interesting one, which is the thing about like, yeah, they speak Galactic Basic, but they don't actually have a written language for Galactic Basic. It's just that Arabic language.
Yep. You can blame the Rakatan for that.
To shreds, you say?
Mm-hmm. I blame the Rakatan for a lot of things, including being the most boring fucking part of Knights of the Old Republic. Jesus Christ, that part of the game sucked.
I hated the puzzles.
Like everyone rags on fucking Taris for taking too long, because it does. But good God, Rakata was awful.
At least Terrace was fun. Like, it was entertaining.
Taris was different locations that were actually interesting. Rakata just sucked.
What color should the robotic replacement limbs be for orcs? Rusty. Why
whatever they can get their hands on.
Whatever they can get their hands on. Whatever the mech has on hand.
Red.
Unless you're like a flash kit, which possibly they should be like like potentially like gold.
They actually the High Republic books, I think you guys would be interested in.
I've seen some High Republic stuff. It's pretty decent. I was more just talking about KOTOR the game.
That's fair.
Which, well, good. I still don't think it's the best Star Wars game.
Nah, the best Star Wars game is clearly Masters of Kata. Or Bomb Battery.
Masters of Terrace Cassie.
Yeah, Master of Terrace Cassie. I listen. Sometimes T-Con tries to give me aneurysms. I want to give him aneurysms. It's funny.
My eye is twitching.
I mean, that being said, episode 1 Podracer is actually surprisingly good.
Oh yeah.
Like it holds up like incredibly well as a racing game.
I want you to
It's
remember, I know where you live. You don't know where I live.
I'm aware of this. I'm also
You can play
quoted
defensive.
I'm also quoted as stating right now in the collab den. Where's my statement in the collab den? Where is it? Here it is. I'm crashing out next week. No videos aside stream and the vampire thing because I'm broken, burnt out, need a couple of days to not feel murderous rage over powers I am not in control of. So, you want to come kill me? Be my fucking guest.
Oh, it wouldn't be to kill you, my sweet summer child.
It would be to cut off your limbs and put you in a machine. That keeps you alive, indefinitely.
No, I'm just gonna force you to watch The Room over and over again.
I've watched The Room. It's fine. It's just bad.
It's just a bad film that I can laugh at. Thanks.
No, if you want to watch something
We'll
truly
see,
unpleasant,
we'll see if you'll be saying that after a week.
if you want to make him watch something truly unpleasant, make him watch like Freddy Got Fingered over and over again.
Daddy,
Oh
would you like some
god,
sausage?
that fucking
Daddy, would
movie.
you like some sausage?
No, Biodome.
Biodome is also terrible, yes.
Isn't
I
that the
agree.
movie where like two fucking frat dumbasses get trapped in like a scientific dome?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's basically the plot of the film. Two stoners get trapped in a scientific experiment with a bunch of scientists. Hilarity ensues. Apparently.
There's always Pang. Praise be Pang. I can't wait to see if there's an actual reason for why the developers chose something like Pang and what the fuck it means.
What does it mean?
I have no idea. It's just a statue that you can sell for like 20k in this game. Also, fun fact, the office here is supposed to be a part of their ARG game that they did. Back when Dead Space was first coming out. It was, there's a lot about, like, ARG promotional material that is fascinating to me. Like, Halo had I Love Bees, which was, hey, look, we're promoting Halo 2, but we're doing it in the way of conspiracy theorists and crop circles and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then
I think they've mostly stopped doing. I think they've mostly stopped doing that in terms of marketing because it's just like completely impossible to like track how effective it is. Like,
I think it also needed to stop because
COVID.
Not just COVID, but back when God of War
Wait,
2
we can
was
fly?
coming out. Oh yeah, zero gravity.
But like, why can't we fly all the time?
Because it's not
Gravity.
It's air that's pushing you.
The jets aren't strong enough to counteract
Why
gravity.
Why can't we just turn off gravity for like the rest of the ship?
Because humans don't do well in anti-gravity.
I'm doing pretty well, and I'm in the
As in
anti.
long-term health, it is really bad for you.
Yeah.
Actually, in here, this is a zero gravity therapeutic chamber.
NASA would disagree that anything zero gravity can be therapeutic. In fact, you are at more danger in zero to gravity than you are on Earth. How is your blood gonna drain from a bruise?
Oh right, yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, you can bleed out from a bruise in space. Also, your bones start
You start
losing
losing bone
mass.
mass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, can't wait for those zero
Apparently.
gravity generators.
Apparently, like no, it's like apparently it's like horrible. Like on like the ISS, like like Europe, when you get deployed up there, like your first like 2 weeks, you're basically like pissing out bone marrow, essentially.
And you
And,
have,
like
to basically,
calcium.
you have to relearn how to walk too.
Yeah, and like calcium and stuff, and that's like
And they have to figure out if anything happened to you because of all the goddamn radiation in space.
space radiation.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, space is dangerous. Everything wants to kill you.
Well, I wouldn't say, like, wants to kill you. It's just a natural consequence.
Yeah.
No,
It
space
is it is one of the most hostile environments to human life that exists.
life period, as far as we understand it, as of right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, we don't know of any living creatures that can natively live in space. Not even bacteria.
What the hell? It shut the whole ship. I'll check it out.
Oh,
There's
that's actually...
like
that
given
actually helps
how
a little
big,
bit.
given how big the universe is, there's probably an extremophile out there that can survive.
Oh, right, yeah, no. So the zero gravity therapy room isn't for like like a new medical thing. No, it's to get them used to it.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Because you're not allowed in there without a doctor.
Like, get you used to being in zero G. Okay, that makes sense. You know how we do it in real life?
Oh.
Pools.
Oh, right, yeah. Right, I read Dr. Stone. Son of a bitch, they went over the process in that.
Yeah, there's NASA has literally a giant pool that contains a replica of the ISS, and when you go in, you go in with your full spacesuit on, and it simulates being in zero G.
I do like that Isaac's armor frosts over. Because there's no heat in space.
There's no liquid on his suit though. You're in a vacuum. Nothing should be collecting on his suit.
All the blood and everything.
That would boil away.
And then it melts.
Yeah, space is weird.
Space is weird.
Water boils even though it's freezing.
Sick armor. I haven't seen that one. This is the Special Operations Unit, armor. Oh, that looks cool when it has red eyes. Cool. Yeah, so, like, this is the armor of, the Spec Ops soldiers for the UEG in the game. UEG stands for United Earth Government, by the way.
God. Took one step out of the captain's nest and Chen.
Also, what it's called in Halo.
He almost got me.
Because sci-fi is completely unoriginal.
Snarling like, this is fucked up.
Well, the last group that was in power was the Sovereign Colonies.
We know how it turned out for them.
Yeah, guys, we can't keep up with resource extraction because humanity is too fucking numerous. We reproduce like rabbits.
Each one is equal to one rabbit.
Oh, shit. Shit! Nope, fucking hate that. Nope. Fucking hate crawlers so much.
They hate you, don't worry.
I mean, there are no pressures on the water, so yeah. By the way, you want to know a fun thing? So the navigational tool for this, that was put into the game, the original Dead Space game, at the last minute. Like, literally a month before it shipped out, they were like, people are still getting lost in the ship. How? It's mostly linear hallways. Well, we have, like, off-paths, right? Yeah. And then people get lost in them. Oh, okay. Well, how would the universe and all that have that... Like, how would the universe fix that? Oh! That. Isn't there a reference to the first animated movie in this?
Probably.
Aside from the name drop of the main character of that movie, no. The events of, the events of what happened in the movie and this game have been retconned.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even clear if Dead Space Extraction is still canon. Her name was Vincent, I think. Yeah, they say Chief of Security Vincent. Where would you be without science? Probably dead.
Inventing science.
Oof, not the retcon. Well, okay, guys, I'm gonna tell you something right now. As a Dead Space fan, if there is no Dead Space fan, I am the only one left. The movies are garbage. They are very, very bad. They're very, like, the first one, it's very evident that it's cheaply made. And it's got a lot of problems. It's got a lot of problems with pacing and the plot, and just... I know they were aiming for that 18+, but they couldn't fucking commit because they were scared of titty. Ironic that 2 years later they would come out with Dante's Inferno and show you all the titty, but that's just me. And then you watch Dead Space 2, like the Dead Space 2 movie. I should not be going to reboots for better CGI. And it's an anthology film. Talking about an event that happened that gets us the character Nolan Strauss for number 2.
Go read the books and the comics. They're much better.
I had an aneurysm when watching that second film, because it's like, this could have just been the movie. This could have just been the movie. And then everything post, you could have just put in a text log in government sector in number 2. Oh, no, yeah, no, that was someone hoping that it was her, but it's not.
Oh, also, we needed an explanation of how we got more test subjects for number 2. So, make another movie.
Yeah, no, like, the game... Like, Extraction might still be canon because, like, this Dead Space remake goes out of its way to, like, not contradict Dead Space 2 at all. Like, the idea of Dead Space Remake was that you can either play this or you can play the original. It's why when you bought this game when it first came out, it came with Dead Space 2008 for free. Because they wanted you as the player to decide, like, oh, which one do you like better? Which I appreciate, by the way. That is very friendly to the fans, and that's very friendly to newcomers. And the reason being is because there's an alt ending in this game that basically shows, like, oh, what was the state of Isaac Clarke after the events of Dead Space, after the events of this game? And the answer was, oh, he wasn't doing okay. Well, how bad was he? Oh, he was talking to nobody. in the escape shuttle, he didn't even recognize his rescuers. And then it was just like, oh, well, fuck. Why was that? Because he was hallucinating Nicole. And if you get there's a secondary, so you have to beat Dead Space Remake once in order to get the original ending. And then once you start New Game Plus, new areas open up like this, and you can find these little marker fragments. Find all of them and bring them to the captain's room by the end of the game, and you get an alternative ending. And I'm not talking like, oh, it changes the ending of the game. No, it changes, it actually shows you what Isaac is actually saying and talking about. Like, it changes the in-game dialogue for the end game. Which is really cool. Because the entire designed effect is, no, this is what Isaac was actually saying and doing when you were playing the game. You are fucking insane by the end of it.
Surgical log.
Yep.
Which I actually appreciate, because in New Game Plus as well, they actually also open up other audio logs and other recordings that have you, the player, listen in on what was actually being said and talked about.
Personal log, Dr. Nicole.
Tracking rig signal. Dr. Nicole Brennan.
Also giving Nicole more things to do instead of just being
Manual rig tracking is available.
Instead of just being like someone I'm trying to find. No, they actually did give her a character in this.
Oh, gross. Giving a woman a character? That's so woke.
Who wouldn't be insane?
Having a female character that's more than just a pair of tits? Oh my god. How dare they?
They seem to not even like the pair of tits anymore. They seem to actually be just like, also like so sex, like sex,
repulsed.
Repulsed. It's like, yeah, you can't. It's like, seriously,
guys, you can have big busty women and still give them character. Hey, Blue. I do like the remaster because it's so beautifully done, but I'd like to see a game for Dead Space set in the fall of the Ishimura and the colony. That was Extraction. That was the rail shooter. I shit you not, that does exist. For those that don't know, when Dead Space came out, EA wanted it on all platforms. So PC, Xbox, PS3, Wii. So they made the Xbox version, then they ported it over to the PC and the PS3, as you did back in that generation. And then they looked at the Wii and went, we literally can't do anything with this. We literally cannot make this, we literally cannot make Dead Space for the Wii. And so someone at EA Redwood basically raised their hand and said, well, why don't we just tell the story of before Dead Space? And everyone looked at that man, called him a fucking genius, and then they made Dead Space Extraction, which is a rail shooter set a week before the events of Dead Space 1. It starts out a week before, and then only a couple of hours. And you play as first a colonist who was one of the first people to see the marker when they dug it up. And then after that guy dies, because everything starts going fucking insane, you play as a detective, and then the events of Dead Space Extraction play out, where you escape the colony and get to the Ishimura, and shit just gets even more fucked from there. Yeah, but you try to make Dead Space work on the Wii. It's not possible.
I tried to make Black Ops work on the Wii.
It did. Look what happened. Well, you couldn't even get her. You couldn't even get the color of her arm right. You had to, like, Jesus Christ. Chat, if you're working for a company and their solution is just to graft a new limb onto you instead of giving you time to fuck off, there's a problem.
I mean, you have to give EA a degree of credit. I did not think that EA could get any shittier than they are now, like than they were before. But look at them now; they proved me wrong.
Yeah, they're owned by the worst people.
But EA, the famously terrible company, somehow managed to make itself worse. I'm genuinely impressed.
They ran themselves into the ground and they had to sell the company. Oh, who would have thought your business practices would have come to bite you in the ass?
And now it's gonna get even worse. Yay!
Now it's gonna get carved up for parts. And to service corporate debt.
But don't worry, guys. The Trump family and the Bonesaw family will take very good care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, chat, if we all pool our resources together, we can buy Dead Space. Again, by the way, this text log fucks me up. Zoe, Specimen 426 is ready for harvest. I was about to notify Alvarez to prep for medical leave, but when I checked the database, I saw Ensign Sable has been moved ahead of her. Is that right? Alvarez has been on the waiting list for 3 months now. I thought arm transplants took priority over a cornea. Here's your clerical error. One of them bought CEC stock at the last purchase. One didn't. Guess which one was suddenly bumped up to vital personnel? It's not worth the headache to push back on it. Trust me. And before you think about filing an ethics complaint, just remember the wise words of Hippocrates. Shit rolls downhill. Zoe.
It does.
There's a really interesting lecture that was given on game design and story design, and it was talking about like the difference you see in video games and movies that deal with healthcare when they are made in the States versus when they are made in other parts of the world. Like, there's legitimately a thing of like a lot of American made games will just have like the concept that you just pay for healthcare just not to be a factor of a dystopia, whereas that is like presented as like a key thing if games are made elsewhere.
And then Dead Space said, "Fuck you, you're paying for it."
Mm-hmm.
Daniels isn't answering her rig link. What's your status?
Oh god, those freaking mutant zombie babies always freak me the hell out. That and the weird kid ones they have in the second one.
I'm not losing anyone else.
But like it's like weird though, that like even to the point that like on like the majority of planets in the Imperium of Man in fucking 40K, you don't pay for healthcare. You just don't get it. Usually is the like, but if you get it, you don't pay for it.
Healthcare is, and I quote, does someone have a Band-Aid around? No? Suck it up.
Well, it's basically, are you important? If you're important, you get it.
I think I'm important.
I don't care what you think. If the data says you're not important, you're not important.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered if the data is wrong?
I'm an Inquisitor from the Ordo Triagius. What do? We investigate medical debt.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that would be the worst. I see you haven't paid your fucking medical debt. You don't need those knees, right?
I was like, probably not even medical debt. It'll probably just be like, we investigate, like people misusing, like, our medical system.
No. I thought of an amazing fucking scenario. You have a guardsman. He's finally retired. He's settling a planet. He's missing both legs down from the knee and he's using prosthetics. Suddenly an Inquisitor appears. You owe $92 in debt. We're taking back your legs.
You owe us 93 thrones for your prosthetics that you received.
But 93? That's it? I have the money right here. I can pay you. Nope, that is bribing an Imperial official. And the sentence is now death.
You don't understand. By not paying your medical debt, you are impoverishing the state. And impoverishing the state, as you understand, is heresy.
And heresy is death. How many STCs have you found at? What?
How many STCs do you need to find to get a kidney transplant? Depending on the STC, one maybe, because the STC can probably do it, depending on what it's for.
I mean, remember, they found an STC for sharper knives, and each person that found it was given a fucking planet.
Security clearance required.
Aren't there guardsmen who have retired, but they just don't bother retiring because it's not worth it? Depends on the guardsman.
Yeah.
Depending on what regiment you're from and like how like the Officio Minitorum does it. If you get like if your like term of service like ends and you're like not on a settled world, they will just dump you in a port at that point.
Yep.
Figure it out for yourself.
It's what happened to Guardsman Hawk after the second siege of Hydra Cordatus. And the Imperial Fist rescue him, and they're like, well, you're done being a guardsman now, but hey, we're gonna drop you on a Mechanicus dock, and you get to work as a slave for the rest of your life.
Cool.
You know, that man survived an Iron Warriors invasion, and the least the Imperial Fist could have done is like, you're a serf now, because you survived, and you're kind of cool. But nope.
Here, go advise a planetary defense force or something.
He operates a crane.
Yeah, I know.
Until he gets kidnapped by Amigos and made to do more slave labor on his Arch Mechanicus.
There's in the book Titanicus by Dan Abnett. There's a plot. One of the main characters in the book is she's a planetary defense force like middle ranking officer. She's only in the PDF because her husband is essentially a skilled laborer who's there on like a work program and is like considered like an essential worker, like for like for like as like a teamster essentially for like this shipping port. She is there essentially on suffrage, and like because she's bored, she joins essentially the planetary defense force to have something to do at the weekends, and then the planet gets invaded. It's like, oh shit.
Oh fuck.
I just wanted something to do on weekends.
Yeah.
What do I want to say here? Fuck. You got your arms melted off. I don't cark and care. You still have to pay your medical debts. We'll be taking your arm back, and any future children to be sent to the Imperial Guard. Didn't Yark retire, or was it he was refused? It was offered, but he refused.
We don't know. We don't know at this point.
We don't know.
Also, commissars don't really retire. They just get sent to a Schola Progenium to become a teacher.
I.e., as shown by Commissar Kaipas Kane.
Yeah, or also, like, just remember that the Imperium just has technology that will make you young again, so you can keep serving.
Yeah, if you're important enough, they'll use it.
Yeah. Eisenhorn's like 300 years old. Like, because of
and
this.
He's not a space marine. He's just a regular dude.
No. I mean, he's an Inquisitor Lord, basically, in terms of the power.
You know what I fucking meant when I said just a normal dude.
Yeah. But like, he's also like an incredibly powerful psycho, which people forget.
And remember, his wife's a blank.
Wife is I've read later in that series.
Person of interest.
If you want to keep using the word wife,
it all get there's Beckwin, but there's also the woman. There's also the doctor that he just essentially is married to, and she's not blind. She's just a doctor.
Hello, madam. I see you're doing stuff. You okay there?
She's doing surgery. I'll be fine.
You all right? I don't think that's a good thing to. Oh, okay. Well, good night.
Yeah, we ran out of anesthesia like a week ago, so you know.
It's okay. You can do any horrible medical procedure as long as you immediately kill yourself after.
Jesus Christ.
That's what makes it ethical.
Have you ever heard of the story of the only surgeon in history to achieve more than 100% mortality rate during a surgery?
It was 300% mortality rate because it was a public surgery at like a medical school.
No, actually, so we might be thinking of two different stories then.
Okay, so
it was he was an American Civil War doctor, and he had to amputate a guy's leg because it got super messed up from cannonball. And so he's like, okay, we need to do this fucking fast or he's gonna bleed out. So he gets the hacksaw, just starts cutting. First nurse immediately faints. He cuts through his hand and he cuts through his thumb. It gets gangrene, eventually kills the doctor. Also kills the patient and another nurse.
Yep. There's one at like it was a university in the UK. It was a public surgery back when that was the thing, and the doctor he began the surgery on the person under anesthesia. Someone in the audience had a heart attack upon seeing it and died. And he got that, which caused him to become distracted, causing him to stab himself essentially, and it got infected and he died from it. 300% mortality rate.
Good job, team.
So you went in there with one patient, and you came out with 4.
This was the promotional material for the game, by the way.
He didn't come out. He didn't come out. Hello.
I'm gonna just take your rig there. Don't worry about it. Oh.
Yay, new spine. Oh, bye bye.
Uh-oh. I don't like you that way, sir.
Also, did they ever confirm if the rig is actually attached to your spine or just
the rig is not attached to your spine? I'll explain how it works in a second.
Yeah. Before that, Ghost has a question for you. How many first founding chapters were accepting of the successor chapters? Because I've only read about one time a first founding salamander met a dark kraken. They're really accepting, usually.
In the case,
Our hands on.
are we
Our
talking about
hands
the?
are weird.
Are we talking about like the Primaris Marines or?
He just says successor chapters, so I'm assuming second founding and on.
So it depended on which chapter we're talking about. The White Scars, the Ultramarines, the Raven Guard, and the Imperial Fists were okay with their successors. The Dark Angels
and the Blood Angels.
The Dark Angels technically, on paper, they have successor chapters, but they don't act like it. That's the whole thing with the Dark Angel. The Space Wolves thought, oh, well, we'll just make the Space Wolves Legion number 2. And that didn't end too well.
Yeah, the Wolf Brethren didn't.
Yeah, they. We don't talk about the Wolf Brothers. Then there was the Salamanders, who they were so low on numbers, they would have been fucking happy to have a second founding chapter. They were shocked to find out that the Primaris Marines existed, and they were so fucking happy about it. And then there was the Iron Hands, and the Iron Hands successors were, how should we say, the Iron Hands Legion stopped functioning as a legion by the time Ferrus Manus lost his head.
And then you have chapters like the Grey Knights, who don't really trust the Primaris because they're semi-resistant to chaos, and Cull isn't telling them how that happened. Yeah, so there's like, hey, until you tell us how, we're not accepting them.
Yeah, it's... And the reason why the Iron Hands don't... And the reason why the Iron Hands are like that is because Ferrus Manus fostered Darwinism, and he who is the strongest gets the rewards. And it led to a lot of inner turmoil within the Legion. And so when he died, he wasn't there to tell everybody to shut the fuck up and get in line. So when one Iron Hands officer was like, we need to unite and fight against the traitor legions, the other ones just turned their heads to him and said, what was that? Fuckhead from Clan Rakkus? I don't want to fucking hear it. And it just led into tons of infighting. So when the Space Marine legions were divided up into chapters, it was just a foregone conclusion to them. And all of them just went like, you go that way, and I'll go this way. And if I see you anywhere near my fucking ship, I'm gonna shoot you.
Oh, I get where he's going now. It's like the second founding thing.
Oh,
like the Mortifactors and Ultramarines, how they interact.
The Ultramarines are uncomfortable around the Mortifactors.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of, you have your studious... it's the equivalent of having, like, this is Frank. Frank is, like, the most normal guy you'll ever meet. Like, he's got a steady job, he's well-liked in his community, he's genuinely a pretty pleasant guy. And then you got Frank.
Frank is going through his edgy phase.
He really likes small animal skulls. And he stares at you intensely.
Yeah, it just depends on how far they've moved away from the first founding.
I saw him, and a flying one turned the captain's body into a...
So it's kind of like a massive culture shock? Yes.
Same must have happened to Chen.
God. Maybe the command computer has something.
It's not pretty.
Where's Daniels when you need her?
And then you have the Flesh Tearers and Blood Angels, who absolutely despise each other.
I think that was starting to be repaired by the time of
Kind of.
Yeah.
Seth still just doesn't like Dante at all.
It's mirroring the relationship between that one. I don't remember the captain's name. He's actually the only Blood Angels character I like.
Isaac.
Here. What the hell's happening?
From Angels of Death?
The computer says the Ishimura
No, he's
toward Aegis 7.
he was the he was the guy in the Blood Angels Legion
There's no time.
who
That tram station's offline.
said, and I quote, "Hey, if you're a librarian
Here.
and you're being persecuted by your brothers, come to my company."
Damage report's right. There's a shortcut to engineering.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
And
It
he's
was-
the guy who went on to found the Flesh
Yeah,
Terrors.
it was during the heresy. Oh fuck, what was his name?
It's... Oh, Christ, it's the one who has a model in Horus Heresy.
Yeah, and I like him because...
Clearance confirmed.
I like him because he's willing to tell Sanguinius, you're being a whiny bitch, start doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also looked at Gulliman when Gulliman was like, yeah, no, I'm splitting you guys up into like sub-chapters and shit, and he said that's a piss shit idea. And then he gets punched in the stomach by the Ultramarines chapter master, basically told like, know your fucking place. And he said, oh,
Dominion
my
Zathon.
apologies. My apologies, that's a stupid fucking idea, sir.
Zaphon.
Yeah, Zaphon, there we go.
Yeah.
And I listen, I love Gulliman, but I also like someone who's willing to give a little bit of shit. Oh, right, yeah, the system in this game. So, something else that I like about the remake is that the ship will randomly malfunction throughout the game, and when you return to an area, shit will not be normal. Like, some things will have clearly gotten worse. And I like that. Because the Salamanders and the Dark Krakens were very accepting of them, but then you get the Blood Angels with Angels Vermilion. It entirely depends on the personality of the chapters that are interacting with the first founding legions.
Also, the Salamanders didn't get successor chapters for like 3 or 4 foundings because they had so few Marines left.
Where's the damage? It depends on like when you go into places. Sometimes like the entire lights will be out, so you have to rely on your flashlight.
That is not what I was asking.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you mean the computer crack in the screen? Right there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
It's not. It's just, it's noticeable to me and it drives me nuts.
Fair enough.
Oh, fuck! Burn, baby, burn. But yeah,
But then you... I was going to say, then you have legions like the Raven Guard who were creating successor chapters before the Heresy.
That's the stupidest idea. Mechanical gut punch. Want to say that again? That's a stupid idea, sir. Damn right. Yeah, I liked him a lot because he was just a Blood Angel that got shit done. And he didn't like sit there pondering shit. It's just like, nah, shit's fucked. And when everyone else is like, oh my god, what's wrong with this system? Like, why would Horus send us here? He's the only one in the fucking group to say, seems like he wants us fucking dead.
Now arriving at flight deck.
I mean, like, that's the thing as well. People forget about it is that, like, the Blood Angels were sort like there were Blood Angels who were like, yeah, we're gonna get wiped out at some point.
Yeah, he was
like they're gonna turn on us. Like they were like, they're probably gonna wipe us out, and they're probably gonna wipe out the Night Lords and probably the World Eaters at some point. They were sort of waiting for it.
Have you seen Darktide is adding another class? Good.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hope they add more. Because, like, you want to keep that game alive, you gotta do it. And I played the Arbites class. It's fun when the game wants to function. But yeah, no, I'm more sitting here and waiting for the fucking meltdown of Oop, what happened to TCOM? Gotta go be a parent. Bye, Bob. But yeah, I'm more just waiting for the absolute fucking meltdown of Bolt Gun 2's trailer.
Security reporting retrieved.
Okay, I'm gonna save this. Oop. Oh, I thought that was an actual enemy. Fuck. That actually got me. Fuck. Okay. Also, question for everyone in stream: what do you all think of Warhammer Fantasy or Age of Sigmar? It's considering that I have somebody here who plays Old World.
Hello.
Am I back?
You're back now. I was wondering what fucking happened to you.
It's been happening like every day for the past week. My internet goes out at like 7 o'clock, 7:30.
Oh shit! You're having the same problem I was, and still am having. Where the internet just decides to crap out. Yeah, like that. Oh, so that's what it was like when it was happening to me. Okay. I find Sigmar interesting, but I vibe with 40k more than Fantasy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
Weirdly, 40k is now a more bounded thing. The issue that one of the issues that I've seen a few people say, like particularly if you've got into 40k from like the lore side, is AOS has like the advantage of anything they can have anything in AOS. The downside of that being you can have anything in AOS. There is no rules about it. Like there's not really rules in 40k, but you know what I mean. Like,
hello, Alexandra.
The aesthetic is like a lot more established. Whereas like Old World, Warhammer Fantasy, Battles, the world that was sort of thing, it had that like classic fantasy tropes reinterpreted through like a version of our world, but twisted through like a darkly comedic lens, essentially. Plus, everyone likes Total War. Like,
yeah.
Like most people that like Old World, I think at this point probably like the majority of like people that might be like new players interested in like Old World are probably coming to it from the Total War side.
Yeah, and I do plan on covering, by the way, I do plan on eventually covering like AOS and fantasy stuff. Because like you can only cover so much 40k stuff before you're beating a dead horse, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be slowly expanding. I don't like the design of Sigmar, and it definitely has some very well done and beautiful designs for models, but I've always been a sci-fi fan. I mean, good for you. I'm always been a sci-fi fan too. I just prefer guns and chainsaw swords over regular swords and bows and arrows, that kind of thing.
And I'm a fantasy fan first. Like that's what I dig.
Yeah.
I can smell you.
Are you dead?
I don't know.
So this was what it was like when my thing kept cutting out, right?
I mean, Rat Queen, like Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay is like a Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, and I will straight up say this is the best fantasy role-playing setting that exists.
What did I miss?
Just like, do we know anything about like Age of Sigmar and fantasy? And I'm like,
Oh, no.
yeah,
I don't. I don't.
Like we have someone that does stares at will, and I know a little bit. I don't know everything. I've been slowly doing my best to read everything.
I mean, I can just like if you want to ask like any question, like if
when
you
I get
ask like the random questions that people like have about it, I can like straight up just like waffle about stuff.
I was already gonna say when I get to like the Warhammer Fantasy stuff, I am going to throw scripts at you and say like proofread and see if I'm fucking correct about this.
The only thing I know about Sigmar is Skaven are fucking terrifying.
Yep.
And the Stormcast Eternals are stuck in a perpetual state of dying and living.
Yep.
It's not necessarily perpetual because that's the plot of the newest stuff.
Sigmar lied.
There is a limit to the number of times they can be resurrected before they're basically just automatons and then they get killed. But yeah, Old World lore is also fun.
My favorite is Malachi.
Malachi Malkinson.
Yep. Or
Malachi, the insane dwarven engineer who his first invention was a dwarven tank, and he called it the Unstoppable, and then it ran into a wall and stopped.
And then he built a ship.
So he created got a ship, called it the Unsinkable, and it sank.
I'm getting back into it through Porky Dorky, and I didn't even know they were still making new lore for it. Oh yeah, no, Old World Old World was brought back, and Age of Sigmar has been around since 2015.
I have a question
Yeah.
for you, Will.
Okay.
Was that dwarf employed by the White Star Cruise Line?
No. He was just an engineering prodigy,
and he got overzealous in the designs.
And for those of you in chat who don't know and aren't history nerds, the White Star is the cruise line that built the Titanic.
Yes, and also the Olympic.
Yep.
So,
do you know what? And sorry.
I'm trying to also wrap up stream here, and I just want to talk for a minute. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
You're good.
No, you're good. People, I've seen Rat Queen around. I've seen them around, so it's like it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, chat. So we got some things to talk about. For one, this next Patreon poll that I'll be releasing will have a few more options on it that aren't just 40K. So I'm still debating on which ones we'll talk about, but it's going to be interesting because I need other things right now before I go fucking stir crazy. As well, next week, aside from streams, I will not be working on a video. I need to like recharge and regroup. Because fuck me, I am in a state. And I know, like, that's not new for a lot of people. Like, everyone's in a state right now. But, like, I need to breathe. I need to slow down and breathe for a minute. So, like, for a couple of days, I won't be working on anything. I'll just be lounging about at home and doing hobby stuff. But Halloween will see the release of Black Legion, because I finally got that video done today. Well, not Black Legion. Black Crusades. Fuck. You can see how tired I am, chat. And next week will also have me playing in a one-shot with, as Rat Queen has stated, Pork and Dorky. Along with Lost in Spirals and Penken Arts as we do Vampire the Masquerade. It's a one-shot, so that's going to be interesting because I've never played Vampire the Masquerade before. I hardly know anything about the fluff. I asked Pork and Dork to give me a crash course on the clan that my vampire hails from. Turns out, I can't sleep in the same place twice, because my ancestor got fucking nuked from orbit by a space laser.
I will say this about the Masquerade. There's more lore than Warhammer.
I don't doubt that, honestly. People are
And
like,
it varies in quality to about the same amount.
Yeah.
and people are, listen, this is why I'm like, 40k is not that hard to get into. Just pick a thing and go. But, yeah, I'll be doing that next week. It'll be streams, and that's it. But then come November, it's right back to work with new videos. And just genuinely thank you all so much for being awesome and supportive. And it's been really rough lately because some financial troubles hit me, and it's like, oh well, who hasn't been hit by financial troubles? But like, shit sucks. It sucks badly. And there's not much I can do about it except wait out the timer for everything. So, yay, pain. There's just been stress on my back, and you all have been wonderful with, like, your support and your comments and such, and I know, like, a lot of you have been saying, like, take a break. Like, dude, we see the bags under your eyes. Please go to sleep. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And don't worry, I've had Chaos Gremlin here threaten me, and Will over here just like, if you need to like hang out and shit, you can just say so. No, like, don't worry, my mod.
Jesus, that way it sound like?
No, you sound much more crisp and fine.
More civilized than I do.
More civilized than, yeah. So yeah, that's what the plan is going to be for next week. And once I am rested up, like, I'm probably just going to like take Tuesday to sleep through the entire day, because Monday I have to do the Vampire Masquerade thing, but like, I'm going to sleep. And I will announce what the next stuff is on Friday when the poll comes out this weekend for Patreon. And if you want to say on what we do, on what we talk about for the videos, please go subscribe to the Patreon. Literally, best way to support me outside of sharing my content around. And if you can share my content around, that'd be great. I very much appreciate it. Share it with your friends, your local Warhammer groups, anybody who's interested in Warhammer, or just annoy somebody with it. It's always funny. But until then, chat, I will talk to you all tomorrow, where we play some more Dead Space, because, yeah. But until then, good night, everybody.